why has Boston Scott been able to basically be a Hall of Famer against the Giants?
Well, if it predates my time here, I can't answer that. You know, I mean, he's a good running back. They got a stable of good running backs. You know, so you know, I can't answer it.
Well, he scored against you guys.
Yeah, I mean, but I know just because he scored, I don't think he's a giant killer.
Hello everyone, this is Al Kabir, the analyst, and today I will be going over our running backs. Miles Sanders, Boston Scott, now the giant killer. Miles Sanders want to stay in Philly. Let's get into it. This is Al Kabir, the analyst. Anytime I talk about Miles Sanders, you guys know, y'all always in my comments, I believe Miles Sanders is the best back in the league. If not the best back, he is top 5 in the league. But salute to The Athletic. They had an article like how Miles Sanders flipped the switch. This is his first 1,000-yard season. This was a breakout season by him. And one of the quotes that stood out is contract. It's the contract. Can he stay in Philadelphia? And Miles Sanders basically said, I love Philly. Just bring me back. I hope they bring me back. So when asked if he had a message to Howie Roseman / the organization, I love you. I hope you love me too. End the quote. Now, I believe everything Miles Sanders said. I believe he loves Philly. We love him. Even though, you know, sometimes Miles Sanders can frustrate us. But we love him, especially when he's at his best. But I'm going to name 4 running backs, man. I'm going to name 4 running backs. Derrick Henry, still relevant in this league. Zeke Elliott, who was 27. He's 27. Did you see him on the field against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? And the Cowboys paid them all that money? Leonard Fournette, 27. Don't look the same. Jordan Howard, since upper 20s. These was a top 4, top 5 running backs just a couple years ago. Running backs don't age good, man. The only way I see him staying if he take a steep discount. And the Eagles fan in me saying, yes, take that discount. But the regular guy who works a job, who has a family to take care of, who's trying to build something, say, Miles, whatever team offer you the most, gotta take it. Gotta take it. And that's like the logical thinking side of me. I just gotta keep it real, man. Running backs only get so long. You probably get 1 contract. That's it. It's hard for me to say. It's bad that I'm just using the Houston Texans as an example. If the Houston Texans offer him double what we offering them in Philly, and Texas don't have to pay state taxes, why wouldn't he go there? I gotta keep it real. As much as we love football, it's still a business. It's still a business. Now, if he decide to take the pay cut, stay in Philly, I'm happy. But, man, his agent's going to want to cut. He got a family to feed. Manager's going to want to cut. They're going to try to get the most money as possible. And, look, we got Kenneth Gainwell. Kenneth Gainwell not as explosive, but Kenneth Gainwell know how to move the chains. You got Boston Scott. He know how to move the chains. And the draft will reveal if we keep Miles Sanders or not. If we decide to get a running back with that last pick in the first round, that'll let you know where we stand. But it always saddens me when I talk about Miles Sanders because I got to keep that same energy, man. I said this during the offseason, and I heard all other content creators say it. Miles Sanders have a good year. It's unfortunate because it's fortunate for him, but it's unfortunate for us because he's going to want money. He's going to show that he can play, The bad side of it is that Howie Roseman will look at running backs just in and out this league. They come in the draft, good, 3-4 years, they bad. Sorry, Miles. Sorry. I don't know how you stay in Philly, man, unless you take that pay cut. Unless. And they got to be short term. A short term deal with a pay cut. The only anomaly in this league is Derrick Henry. And even with Derrick Henry, he can't run his team into the Super Bowl. He can't. You could pay him all the money, be the highest paid, but Derrick Henry cannot run the Tennessee Titans into the playoffs. Well, to the Super Bowl. Gotta keep it real. Our running backs worth paying. I'm not saying their position don't mean anything, but they're so easy to grab. They literally a dime of a million. You can find them anywhere. All right. So let's get into Boston Scott, man. You know, Wink Martindale had a couple things to say. You know, in the clip in the beginning stating that Boston Scott is not a giant killer. Boston Scott best game actually was against the Broncos. I believe he had a great game against them last year. One of his better games were against the Cowboys. And I believe Washington. But he's very consistent against the Giants. 19 touchdowns in total, about 9 to 10 against the Giants alone. He's a giant killer. Game winners. It seemed like he just killed the Giants' momentum. He do, man. When he touched that field, I know Giants fans get pissed. Like, oh, this guy, Boston Scott, he's in the red zone. He's going to get a touchdown. And the Giants know Boston Scott will touch the ball. And he will still score on them. So, I don't know. Like he said, Wink Martindale, it's kind of like a little before he got here about this giant killer thing, about Boston Scott. He's like, well, you know, he's a good player, but he ain't no giant killer. We'll see Saturday. We'll definitely see Saturday. But, hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel about Miles Sanders? Do you believe he'll stay? Also, Boston Scott, he's not a giant killer, but this is Al Kabir, the analyst. Ghost.